Live pictures at the moment from Parliament. Prime Minister Modi, senior parliamentarians all present at Parliament this morning to mark the 22nd anniversary of the attack on the Indian Parliament. So Prime Minister Modi, Speaker Om Birla, Home Minister Amit Shah, along with all senior members of Parliament are present there as we mark 22 years of the attack on the Indian Parliament. Tributes will be paid to those who lost their lives. So it is a solemn moment, as you can see. The top brass there gathered to mark 22 years of the Parliament attack. Vasudha is joining us on the broadcast. Vasudha, before we get into the politics of what's happening today, a quick word from you on the pictures that we are seeing on our screens right now. Prime Minister Modi, Om Birla, Amit Shah, JP Nadda all present there this morning outside Parliament, marking 22 years since the attack on the Indian Parliament.
Of course, Rishika, this is a very solemn, function ceremony, that was arranged to pay floral tributes to remember 6 security personnel had died in that horrific attack that happened in 2001. We all saw the hanging of Afzal Guru and also the trial of Shaukat Hussain and how relations between India and Pakistan really went on a decline after 2001. But that horrific incident actually is something like, as a child, I still remember how, those are really imprinted in our in the minds of every Indian. So today, what they're going to do is you can see all the BJP leaders here. You can also see some people from the opposition. So of course, they are going to pay tributes to these 6 people from the security personnel, including one gardener who had died in this horrific attack. And after that, of course, they proceed to the swearing in. And remember, Parliament attack is something that the Prime Minister has spoken about in a lot of his speeches, talking about how the failures of UPA government actually extended beyond just, the alleged corruption scams and all that. They could not protect the country. So this is also very much part of the Prime Minister's vision for the country. So even when the new building, the Parliament building came up, he did insist a lot on the security of the building and security of India's public representatives. So this is something that has really lingered upon.
All right, so solemn occasion there, moment of silence being observed, Vasudha, for that, what marks, like you said, a dark day as far as our history is concerned. There were 6 soldiers, brave soldiers who lost their life. You can see actually even Sonia Gandhi standing there. So, Derek O'Brien, Mallikarjun Kharge. So cutting across party lines, Vasudha, this morning, parliamentarians unite in paying this tribute. That's quite a sight to see.
Something that goes beyond politics. I think both Congress and BJP have been very clear on this, that nothing can replace, nothing can justify what happened on 13th of December 2001. 22 years have passed on since then, but the memories of it and the nightmarish memories of this are really fresh in so many of our minds. And this is something that the Prime Minister keeps talking about. We have a new building in place, the new Parliament complex, but even when we were being briefed about the features of the new Parliament, this is something that featured very constantly, that the security is very good here. There'll be no attack on the parliamentarians. There'll be we have surveillance here. We'll know if somebody's trying to attack, because that whole thing was so bizarre, because 5 people just barging in one of the most coveted high security zones of the national capital, and it was purely 1 hour of complete sheer terror that was spread. And then, of course, the trial followed, and we all saw what happened with the trial of Shaukat Hussain and also Afzal Guru, and the kind of petitions that followed, the mercy petitions. And of course, we also saw many people in the country being divided over that. But clearly what happened, and now you can see the Prime Minister talking to the families of these of many of the people, the security personnel who died. 6 of them had died, and I understand that one of them was a gardener and 2 of them were Parliament security people. They're not even part of the armed forces or security. So they were just doing their duty there, and they had to bear the brunt of this horrific attack with their lives. So clearly the Prime Minister reaching out to the family members and giving them a word of insurance. 22 years have passed on since then. The hangings have happened, convictions have happened, but still some of the memories, many of the memories will actually stay back.
Right, solemn moment there, Vasudha. You can see Prime Minister Modi, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar meeting with the family members of the soldiers who lost their lives in the attack on the Indian Parliament in 2001. And like Vasudha said, justice may have been served. It does mark, though, a dark day in history. And even though justice is served and it has been 22 years, one still stands in complete solidarity with the family members of those soldiers who lost their lives protecting the parliament of our country. It has been 22 years since that attack, and today marks that anniversary, 22-year anniversary since the parliament attack. Prime Minister Modi, Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Jagdeep Dhankar, our parliamentarians cutting across party lines, standing there united in their solidarity for the soldiers, marking this solemn occasion.